Well, needless to say, it was a weird game. I thought for about 36 minutes that they totally outplayed us, but we were still there. We were still around. I think at 3:28, something like that, wasn't it? At 3:28 or something, and I told the guys, we work a lot in practice, being down 6 with 3 minutes to play, and we did it just. We hadn't had many practice days. We played 6 games in 11 days. Is that right, Steve? 3 games in the last 4 days. But I think the last practice we had, we gave the other team the ball and a 6-point, the blue team the ball in practice and 6-point lead, 3 minutes to go, and we did all right. So we've been there. I tried to tell them we had a chance. I really felt like we did. We needed one stop each time down there, and they only could get one bad shot. 5-point game. They went to discuss whether the shot clock, or whether it had hit the rim or not. It was 12 seconds on. I decided to run a play for Joel Berry, and because in my own thinking, he had stunk it up so bad, I thought it was about time he'd make a play. And then when they put the 30 back up, I said, still run the same play, and he got 2 great screens and made a big 3 in the corner. And then after that, we got some good stops. I forget who made the second basket. Was it Bryce? Oh, that's right, the floater. Justin tied it up, and then Kennedy gets a big steal out there and goes down and makes it. Theo makes a 3, and we got a couple of stops on the other end, and then we made some free throws at the end. Justin made 2 free throws. Joel Berry made 2, and Theo made 1 out of 2, so we made 5 out of 6 from the free throw line. But it was a weird game. We did shoot 55% in the second half. Needless to say, we were better offensively. But it was just a weird game, and we were lucky. The Stokes kid, he was really something. If I'm not mistaken, he had made 4 threes in all of their games previous to this when he made 6 of them today, 6 out of 8. And one time I think we fouled him, and he still made it. But we were very fortunate then, and I thought Justin, both last night and tonight, was huge for us. And the bad thing for him is I expect those kind of things a lot out of him, but I think that's good, too, because it gives him confidence.
Questions for Justin, please? Justin, how do you just explain the final 4 minutes in terms of how the game changed?
Like Coach said, we had gone over this multiple times in practice, and I told my guys whenever we went out there, I called everybody together and I said, we're only going to do this together. We had 4 minutes to do it, and so we went out there, got a few stops, got some good shots, and guys knocked them in. And so I think from here on out, when we play together and when we get defensive stops like Coach tells us we need to do, we can play with anybody. So I feel like we really came together, and it was a good win for us.
Justin, foul trouble prevented the starters from playing together for long periods of time. You were able to do that in the final 4 minutes. Was that a key component?
I think so. Coach mixes it up in practice. I think it all goes back to practice. Everything we practice there translates right into the game. And so Coach mixes up in practice as far as the lineups, and so we're used to playing with everybody, and I think that really helped us today.
The last 4 minutes, how much of that was also a sense of urgency, and did you sense that everything picked up as far as intensity focus?
I think that last 4 minutes was the only time in the game we showed we really wanted it more than them. And, we got ourselves into a hole, but whenever we came out and told each other we can do this, I feel like we really put our foot down and said, no, we're gonna keep on playing. We're not gonna lay down. And so to see that, I think it'll just help us farther on down the line.
Take one more here for Justin.
You talk about the intensity that K-State played with at least through the first 36 minutes.
They came out hungry. That was the main word Coach Rob said. They were more hungry than we were. And obviously Kansas State is a great team. Like Coach said, Stokes, he shot the mess out the ball. And so to come out there and play against that, they were more physical than we were. So to play against that and still be able to come out with the win, I think it was really good for us.
Thanks, Justin. He'll be available in the locker room. Questions for Coach Williams?
Coach, when you said 36 minutes, they outplayed you.
All right, Phil.
They had several second runs, including 15-5 runs when they went. What did you learn about your team?
Well, I told them at the 3-minute 28, I think it's 3:28, 3:38, whatever it was, that I felt like that we were in good shape, that our team could be made right now. And team is made during the season. It's not made in preseason practice. Team, the whole chemistry of everybody, the toughness of everybody's made once you start playing the games. I thought the first half we had, I think we're averaging about 10 turnovers a game. We had 9, I think it was, in the first half. And well, almost, was it 7 or 9, Steve? Has anybody got a stat sheet from the first half in front?
We had 7.
7. And I went down the line, all 7 of them were just because we were soft. They were a little more aggressive than we were, and so in the second half, I thought we got more aggressive. But yet we weren't doing very well until that last 4 minutes. But I've always had a tremendous belief in giving guys confidence and telling them that we're okay. I felt like we were okay. Joel Berry, as I said, had been terrible, but I called the play for him because I thought it was time he was going to make one, and I think he's a tough little nut. So I think that shot really gave us a big lift, to say the least, and then after that, they sort of built on it.
Coach, I know coaches are always looking for teaching points. Can you build on the fact that you were down and got outplayed and then still made that big confidence?
I think so. I don't want us to depend on that. I'm only so old. There's only so many little hops I got left out there. But I think that you can build on it. But what you need to build on it is to see it on tape and see the mistakes you made that put you in that spot, and then change those, and then see the enthusiasm and the effort that you had there at the end, and build on that. I thought when it was a 2-point game, I thought we had a steal and we were going to go down and lay it up and tie it up. And they got a timeout at that point. Bruce, his club, then came back out, and they were very focused. Bruce Weber can coach his rear end off. I mean, I really believe that, and say that because I believe it, not just because he's a good friend. But his club was really something, and as we said, Stokes was just off the charts, what he was doing to us in the second half.